back and forth, more from Teofimo's side. You approached your father. You told him something. What is it that you told him? Because I know he was trying to like get some antics towards you, and it didn't get to you.
No, I just told him about himself. He know what I said, but he got to stop being a clown, you know? Like, everybody not with the clown antics and things like that just because he want to sell a fight. It's cool to sell a fight, but I'm not fighting. Leave me alone. I'm retired.
You give yourself time to reflect and appreciate how well you've done so far in your career?
No, not at all. I hate myself for it, but it's part of it. It's just part of the life.
You'll appreciate it as well.
I don't appreciate it, that's why.
Oh, okay.
I don't. I think that I get butchered, and I think God punishes me a lot for it. So I'm just a punching bag to that. So one day I'll get, maybe one day, but not yet.
We appreciate you though.
Yeah. These guys appreciate you too.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I just never got my fair share. I never did. Not once, man. Not once. But hey, that's just my journey. I guess I just never took on Baphomet, so I just gotta keep it.
Terence Crawford did not speak loudly, but when Bud responded to Teofimo Lopez about his past remarks, it hit with the weight of a judge's gavel. Because he was not speaking with emotion, he was speaking about standards.
Time, gotta put respect to it. To all my brothers and sisters, I love you guys. Always salute to the power that it be above. I thank you guys. I never wanted anything to harm you guys at all. So for that, my condolences to all you guys and to the slavery and everything that's ever happened mentally.
See, look, I look at it like this. It's a prime example. When life comes at you, it'll come at you in many ways. And you gotta treat it like a champ. That's it. You gotta treat it like a champ. Tell yourself, it's okay. I learned from it, and I treat it like a champ every time. So if you're going through hard times in your life, whether it's from any sports or academics or anything like that, it's okay. You're still a champ.
Terence Crawford made it clear like this trash talk is part of boxing, but when it turns into racial insults and stereotypes, you are no longer promoting a fight. You are revealing who you really are.
Lopez apologized for slavery because of all of the disrespect and the racist comments he was given. Bud Crawford calling him a monkey, the N-word with the hard ER, etc., etc., etc. Who knew all Teo needed was an whooping? Well, Shakur gave him exactly
that. Moment stands out because Bud is not just some online voice. He is a pound-for-pound great who has lived the grind and knows how words come back to you once the gloves are on.
Offended all of us, and you know exactly what you're doing. You tried to play that game, making them racist remarks, and I said I'm not feeling it. I don't like when Ryan Garcia did it. I'm not understanding that type of stuff at all. I stand firm on that. But Terence Crawford seen this after this last match when he got dominated. Shakur Stevenson put down the complete demonstration. He didn't get but one round. Terence Crawford went up. You know, they had the little situation where they was about to get into it and stuff and said, hey, they mad. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. F them. F T.O., F his daddy, F his sister, and anyone else that has a problem.
And Teofimo Lopez has a track record of taking shots at black fighters, questioning why networks signed them, and mocking their success that did not fade away. It built up over time, and you could feel it weighing on him when he finally spoke after the loss, mentioning punishment and reflection.
First of all, you don't joke about people's trauma. Second of all, it ain't even funny. So, you know why he was doing it. He was purposefully being racist. So, you get what you deserve. Teo was complaining about ESPN signing black fighters. From Devin Haney to Shakur to Shushu to Keyshawn. Ironically, they all won, and Teo is the only one that lost. They all won in impressive fashions, becoming champions, etc. Teofimo Lopez is the only one that lost in an embarrassing fact.
Whether you believe in karma or not, boxing has a way of answering disrespect with reality. Then the fight began, and that is where Shakur Stevenson silenced all the talk from Teofimo Lopez from the opening bell. Shakur did more than outbox him. He outsmarted him, turning every feint into a trap and every rush into a mistake.
But it was a hell of a night. Teo, he came and tried to do his best, but his best wasn't enough.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I thought Teo, he came, he brought it, but you were just that much better. I was so impressed by the range control, the balance, the discipline in there. How did you feel in there?
I knew since the second round it was over. I went back to my corner. I told him, I said, I'm stronger than he is. And when I seen that, it just gave me more confidence, and it was my night.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you filled out really well, 140. You looked really strong in there, big. Is this your best weight class?
I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna be at 140. I have no clue. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board and sit down and scan myself. I'm gonna watch the fight, see how I like it, and we'll see.
Teofimo Lopez looked lost and frustrated, like he was always a step behind a fighter who had already figured everything out. This was not about power or toughness. It was about timing, IQ, and preparation. Shakur Stevenson made a former champion look average without any showboating, and that is the coldest kind of dominance.
How hard you trained in there, it showed in the ring, the discipline, the shape you were in. You had great cardio. Looked like you could have gone, 18 rounds.
I could have. That was easy. I actually was picking it up as it go, but T.O., he fought to not get stopped, so respect to him.
Wait, respect to fighting to not get stopped?
I mean, he could have got stopped in there. It was almost over at a couple of times.
Isn't that more respect, maybe? If you,
I mean, he's a tough fighter.
Yeah.
He got power, too. Speed, too.
So that cut you opened up, that was what, precision?
That was me just being the best. Hey, Mike,
So when people connect the dots, afterward Terence Crawford calling out the disrespect Teofimo Lopez, questioning his own path, and Shakur Stevenson putting on a masterclass, it feels less like a coincidence and more like boxing doing what it always does, say what you want, in the end the ring reveals the truth.
Just what was it like in there? How come you didn't really feel like you could get into the rhythm as such? I mean, just your perspective on it.
Yeah, I think I was just honestly too focused on one particular objective, one particular thing, than really enjoying what I could see opening. I was catching him a lot with the body shots a lot, so I think that was one of my effective arsenals that was getting him every time. But I think just more combinations, especially finish with left hooks and stuff. I did poorly on not listening to my team. That's on me. Take it on the team.
Right after seeing Shakur Stevenson turn that fight into a live lesson in timing control and distance, Teofimo Lopez Sr. steps up, sounding like a man, trying to explain a storm after already passed. He starts by saying everything was fine, but then quickly admits nothing was fine. He keeps referring to sparring, to what they drilled, to what should have happened. And that is the first crack, because when Senior says he didn't do what I told him, what he really means is the plan never survived. Facing Shakur's brain.
The sparring sessions were like what motivated me to this fight. That I was 100% sure who was gonna win. For some reason, the game plan, my son didn't do what I told him he was supposed to do.
You can hear the frustration when he talks about rhythm, about stopping Shakur Stevenson from doing what he does best, because that is the nightmare matchup. In one sentence, Senior suggests that media narrative, social chatter, and future fight talk got into Teofimo Lopez's head, and that is not unreasonable. But it also hints at something bigger. This was not a physical loss, it was a mental one, when he says Teofimo Lopez looked like his. Power was gone. I don't hear tired muscles, I hear hesitation.
How you gonna fight, a fight when everybody wants you to lose? You understand what I'm saying? And I don't know what happened. It just looked like all his powers were not there. Like everything was like that we planned, everything that he did in sparring, everything that we planned to do was not there.
And when he insists Teofimo Lopez was not beaten up and went all 12 rounds, that is a dad protecting his son's pride, not a coach analyzing the fight. The part that really stands out is when he admits Teofimo Lopez is easy to mess with mentally, because Shakur Stevenson did not need to hurt him early. He just had to confuse him. Senior keeps saying everyone wanted his son to lose, but in boxing, pressure does not come from outside. Noise, it comes from the man across from you, taking away your options. The 8th round, he mentions where Shakur was supposedly hurt. Even that seems like a stretch, because Shakur quickly reset and regained control.
All the greats have lost and they have come back and they have done great. So, we're here and we're gonna stay. He's still 28 years old. He's still not in his prime, and we're coming back stronger than ever. Next time I think he's ready to go to 147.
And then comes the move to 147, the usual post-loss escape. route bigger weight fresh, start new challenges, but here's the truth: moving up does not fix processing speed, discipline, or adaptability. Teofimo Lopez Sr. sounds loyal, emotional, protective, and genuine, but also caught in a cycle of explanations that dodge the simplest truth. Shakur Stevenson did not win because Teofimo Lopez failed. He won because he was better, faster mentally, and already 2 moves ahead before Teofimo Lopez even started thinking.
We hurt Shakur, like I think it's the 8th round, and he was hurt for about 2 rounds, and he let him come back. You know, the whole plan was not to exchange with him. The whole plan was not to box with him. I guess, you know, it worked to Shakur's benefit, and congratulations to him and to his team. And we got to move to better things, you know what I'm saying? It's not the end of the world. Regroup and come back. He's the greatest. He's one of the greatest fighters right now in the business, and let's see what happens, you know.
And right after Teofimo Lopez Sr. finishes explaining the loss like it was a system glitch instead of a takeover, Tim Bradley steps in and basically says, "Nah, you are still missing the scary part," because Bradley is not debating whether Shakur Stevenson won. He is pointing out how little Shakur actually showed. That is the wild part when Bradley says this was not the complete package, yet that is not hype, it is a warning he is looking at. Shakur, the way vets used to look at young buds, saying, "Oh, you," are still in a loading screen, and I love how he links it to confidence, not power. He is basically saying Shakur already sees everything, catches everything, counters everything, but he has not fully flipped the switch where he decides, "I am done playing with you now." That is chilling.
Still growing as a fighter. He's still growing as a man. He's not even at his peak yet. Let me say that again. He's not at his peak yet. The minute Shakur gets confident enough, because you heard it after when he was just like, I could have stopped him, but he started fighting back. The minute he gets confident enough, man, I'm telling y'all, he gonna stop a lot of fighters.
Bradley even points out that Shakur Stevenson admitted he could have stopped Teofimo Lopez, but chose to stay in control. And that shows this fight was managed, not just survived. Every time Teofimo Lopez tried to think, Bradley notes, he got countered every time he tried to throw. Everything he froze at one point. Bradley says Teofimo Lopez went amateur, not because he forgot how to fight, but because his brain got overwhelmed at his elite stuff. Then Bradley makes a comparison that really hits the Terence Crawford comparison, not the power, not the violence, but that moment when Bud gets tired of solving you and ends the test early. That is where Bradley sees Shakur going not yet, but soon. And that is the key difference from the Teofimo Lopez Sr. breakdown. Sr. is still focused on plans and rhythm. Bradley is focused on inevitability. One is explaining the past, the other forecasting the future. And if Bradley is right, the Shakur we just saw was not peak form. It was a preview that is not. Comforting news for anyone in the division.
Or turned Teofimo Lopez into an amateur fighter. Didn't even leave first gear. This is not the best Shakur Stevenson. I'm telling you guys. I said this after the Cepeda fight. When Shakur put it all together, I'ma tell y'all when he puts it all together. When he put it all together, I promise you, it's gonna be crazy. Y'all gonna be like, oh my God. Yeah. Shakur Stevenson, Terence Crawford. I didn't have to be in the ring with Terence.
Brian McIntyre steps in and completely shifts the perspective, because BoMac is not talking about excuses, he is talking about levels. When BoMac calls Shakur Stevenson's performance a masterpiece, it does not sound like post-fight hype, it sounds like a coach recognizing clean work. And I love how he immediately points it at the next generation, basically saying, if you were a young fighter trying to learn boxing the right way, press rewind and take notes when he says he knew Shakur would dominate. The moment the fight was announced, that is not disrespect to Teofimo Lopez, that is respect for how styles work at the elite level. Then he gets into the corner talk, and when BoMac says whatever Teofimo Lopez tried just was not going to work, that is brutal honesty, not they messed up, but there was no door to walk through. And when he repeats that Shakur Stevenson has a great boxing mind, that ties perfectly into what we just heard from Bradley. This was not about speed or power. This was about thinking faster.
Masterpiece, man. He looked so smooth, calm, and relaxed, man. That was beautiful. That was the one boxing lesson that You future guys, young guys and amateurs just turning pro, watch that, man. That was beautiful.
When you were watching it, did you feel right away like Shakur's gonna run away with this?
Well, I kind of figured that when they said they was gonna fight each other, so I knew Shakur was gonna dominate him, but they must hype the fight.
He said that masterpiece, man. He just looked so smooth, calm, and relaxed. That was beautiful. That was the one boxing lesson for future fighters, young guys, and amateurs. Just turning pro, watch that, man. That was beautiful. When you were watching it, did you feel right away like, oh, Shakur is going to run away with this? Well, I kind of figured that when they announced the fight, so I knew Shakur was going to dominate. But of course, they had to hype the fight up.
Just the way he dominates this fighter. There's never been a fight that Terence had that's been suspect or they wanted to run it back or something like that. They didn't. There's not one fighter. Most of the fighters that he fought, he ended their career, or they never was the same fighter after he fought them. Just look at it. Look at it, man. The last 3 guys, man, look what he did to them. The last 4 or 5 guys. Jesus.
BoMac even jokes that the best way to beat Shakur Stevenson might be to just stay away from him. And honestly, that might be the most accurate scouting report anyone has given so far. What really makes this segment stand out is how smoothly BoMac shifts to Terence Crawford when he says Bud has nothing left to prove it feels earned, not sentimental 3 undisputed, runs domination across divisions, and walking away before time collects. Interest that is beating boxing, not just opponents in the way. BoMac describes working with Crawford like a classroom matters here because you can feel the connection. The same gym that built Bud's mind is clearly shaping Shakur's future. So while Teofimo Lopez Sr. is still focused on regrouping and moving up in weight, BoMac is already looking at era Shakur at 135, 140, maybe higher. Bud riding into the sunset, different stages, same system. And if you listen closely, the message is simple. This was not a fluke. This was education.
Was watching my eyes one and hear the same thing that I said about Crawford, the way Crawford said about Shakur and how confident he is in Shakur because he's been in the ring with Shakur and he knows what Shakur can do. That's all.
Now it's on you to share your thoughts in the comments. Really break this one down. Was this about skill, mindset, karma, or all of it hitting at once? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters. See you in the next one.